Welcome back to the Weather Crew. In this update, we're going to be talking about if we are going to see snow and cold for the new year in January. So yesterday, I did talk about the PNA, AO, and the EPO, how they were all going negative, and this was a good sign for snow lovers. So the AO, just a brief recap, is higher than normal pressures over the polar region and lower than normal pressures about 45 degrees north latitude. The negative phase allows the cold air Arctic to plunge into the Midwest, Eastern, and the Eastern U.S. and Western Europe. That's the AO, and pretty much with the EPO, widespread colder through the polars and Eastern and Central America helps those Arctic outbreaks to be more defined. And then your PNA, more ridging in the west and dipping in the northeast. That's what creates those nor'easters and those colder temperatures. So that's just a recap of those the PNA, EPO, and the AO. And then we talked about something that's going to happen is a stratospheric warming event is really looking now likely to occur, and that's just the topping of the icing for this very interesting pattern to come up. So now we're going to look at the NAM3KM model just in the Northeast, because yes, we do have some precip going on. Actually, let's just do around the U.S. Just a little quick brief recap. So right now, let me get the latest run. My bad. So pretty much, we had a storm system that caused about 3 inches of rain yesterday, up to maybe even 4 inches in spot. That's exiting now. Some showers is left over for today, tonight, and to tomorrow, early morning. But throughout the day tomorrow, it will be quite chilly, and it will start clearing out. And then you got some potential shots for snow showers um, for the afternoon and nighttime for the Great Lakes and stuff. We'll see how many of those do make it by. Could be some snow squalls in that. And then after that, pretty much up to the December 30th, no one is seeing anything, just cold air to the north, warm air to the south, and then some showers and heavier rain pockets and snow pockets for the western U.S. So now we're going to take a look at the icon. This goes out about 5 days. We already looked at 3 days, and then you can look maybe in a Clipper system that has been on my radar. We'll see how strong that is, but that could be a Clipper with some rain and snow. And then after that, we that's for the potential New Year. So is it possible we can get a New Year's um snow event for the Northeast to start out 2024 in the Northeast with a white New Year? That is possible, but I'm not looking too high. And then we got another system to the south that's gonna pretty much scoot by, form near Texas, and pretty much scoot like this and out. No one really going to be impacted. The only people are going to be impacted is southeast, and that's mainly going to be a rain to maybe even a cold rain at most. Nothing too much with that. But then you can look at this. The low does develop off the east coast, and yes, that just helps the colder air behind it to be fluctuated more to the south. You can tell about that with the spinning. Then you got a high pressure trying to rebuild that ridge to the west. You can see it near the New Orleans, Louisiana, and that's just going to help the ridge in the west, and that dipping in the northeast. That's really going to spill into the New Year's and actually cause the coldest temperatures of the season in your daytime highs. So now we're going to go into January 3rd. By like that 1 o'clock, January 3rd, we got another storm system. This one's a little bit more of uncertain, but this could be a big weather headline if it comes to fruition. We do have the cold air in place, and we do have kind of a low to march from pretty much Mexico into Texas, into the Gulf, and then try and ride up the East Coast. Then we got that very interesting ridge. We don't really have a ridge out, but you could tell that that pattern is conducive for lows to ride up the East Coast, and we actually do get a cold front with some snow to try and meet up with this. So some models do show a nor'easter out of that for the beginning of January, it is possible, but we need a few more days to track it. But besides that, we got absolutely polar air just invasion. Very, very cold air, Arctic air to come. I mean, if you look at the temperature gauges here, I mean, everyone really seeing that colder air. Definitely those daytime highs only reaching in the low 40s to about the 30s from everyone pretty much. So now we're going to take a look at another model is the Canadian. The Canadian in fact shows quite of a bit of a unique event that moves on in that quarter area. So that late effect possibility Clipper system for the beginning of January could come. It could. Then we get another low to the south. That's actually not the one we're talking about, but that is. And that one doesn't even meet up. It really just stays south and does no harm. But you can tell very another system tries and cuts through the west. This one, yes, it looks like it's warm, but that's only up in the atmosphere. But if you look in the actual surface temperatures, it's a very cold system. So we have to keep a track for that. But once you get very far out, it's very uncertain. We look at the GFS. GFS, very interesting. And we're only going 240. It's pretty much another video like yesterday, updating but a little bit faster version. But you tell pretty much the colder air on the models. We get that storm system. Yes, it's very interesting. Actually, I'm not going to go out that far because that's way too far. But you get that at 240, we do get a interesting preset. But this is a lot different in the models. Yes, we do get a potential clipper system for your January. That is possible. But we look at the newest Euro. I like to look at the latest run of the European because the European actually likes a snow event. And that is a good sign when the Euro tries and hits out snow events, means pretty good. Means like, okay, even the best model is hinting to this pattern change. Because everyone's been talking this for about a few weeks now of a potential pattern change, and this is really gonna set the stage. But I probably won't have a video out for the next couple days. But this is gonna be that video for the next couple days because it's really nothing going to actually happen in the next coming days. Maybe that snow event maybe bring some showers into the Northeast. That is very possible, but that does nothing. But yes, there it is. A very southern winter event, and that does try and make it up the East Coast. It just doesn't make it. It's a little bit too flat to become a nor'easter, but it definitely shows the signs for that snow event to be occurring. But there it is, very cold air on the Euro, a bit of snow events, and this is one of the best models. So it's a good sign that the Euro is all in with this new pattern coming up. So keep that in mind. That's really good news. If we look at the temperatures on the Euro into its full out, if we just go full out, there it is. Very cold temperatures. Night times even by January 6th in the teens in the Northeast. I mean, everyone, even daytime highs, barely making it out. So we'll have to see if the Euro comes true because the Euro is actually the coldest model out of all the models so far today. So we'll see what happens. But that's all I really got for you guys. Nothing too much. That's really your forecast for the next pretty much 10 days or so. We'll see. I'll have probably another video out in by probably New Year's. So not by. So this is actually going to probably be the last video of New Year's. So next video will be in the new year, 2024. So happy holidays, you guys. Happy New Year. I hope your New Year starts out amazing. And leave in comments below if you have any questions. I'll love to answer them. All right. See you later, you guys.